Good morning! Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Tea Time with Mary. I am your host, Miss Mary Lou. I'm freaking out because it's October, and October is my favorite because Halloween is my favorite. I'm bringing you all of the October Halloween things this month, and it's very exciting. Whoa. A couple of orders of business first. If you love tea parties like this, please consider joining the official tea party over on Patreon. The link is down below. And, so you know how much I love notebooks. My beloved Tea Time with Mary notebook has like 2 pages left. So I picked up, I couldn't decide, 2 new notebooks. So this one says start something wonderful, and this one says ideas become things. Both are very on brand for me. But which one though? I am going to put a vote in the little card icon up here if you want to vote which notebook is your favorite and help me decide, because I can't. On brand. Alright, so for today's super fun October video, we are doing another installment of Nerd Fix. Nerd Fix! It's time for Nerd Fix. So on this special holiday edition of Nerd Fix, we are talking about board games. Spooky board games. I pulled some of the best ones off of my shelf to talk to you about today to help get you and your friends in the spooky spirit, because goodness knows it's so much fun. So much fun! Can you tell I'm excited? And I haven't even had caffeine today, whoa. But first, let's drink some tea. Ooh, it's tea time. It's tea time with Mary. Board games, board games, board games. I have done 3 episodes now about board games, but not one quite like this, friends. Oh no. So let's hop into it. I'm just so excited. The first on my list is Gloom, the 2nd edition by Keith Baker and Atlas Games, the game of inauspicious incidents and grave consequences. So I'm just really jumping in here to the creepy games. So Gloom, it's not scary per se, but it is a very dark sense of humor type game. So basically every player chooses a family. It's kind of old Victorian style. All of the text has lots of alliteration. This game is a game of storytelling. To each members of your family, your goal is to make each of them as miserable as possible before killing them off with an untimely death card. You only get points for dead characters, so you want all of your family members to be just as horribly unhappy as possible while making your competitor's family prosper and experience joy. So definitely for the dark sense of humor type, and the thing that's the best about this game, other than the witty alliteration, it's a storytelling game. Is your person terrified by topiaries? How does that work into the brain in a box's storyline? Is he a brain in a box because one day he came across a plant and he was so allergic to it that his skin went crazy and now all that's left of him is just a brain in a box? I don't know. You come up with the story for every incident that occurs to the characters. So get your creative type friends with a dark sense of humor, and Gloom is simply divine. Next, we move on to a classic game of deception, Avalon, from Don Eskridge and Indie Boards and Cards. Dan Eskridge is also the creator of The Resistance, which is in a similar vein to this. In Avalon, you are all residents of a medieval world like Camelot and your Knights of the Round Table, but evil Mordred is afoot. This is a game of secret identities, deduction, and deception. This is for 5 to 10 players, so if you have a group of people coming over and you want something that's not super number crunchy or piece heavy and you all just want to have a good time, this is a great choice. Everyone at the table has a secret identity and you vote to go on quests for the sake of Merlin, but Mordred and her followers are sitting right there at the table with you trying to sabotage your missions. Or if you're evil, of course, stop the good guys from accomplishing more quests than you by the time that the game is over. If you've ever played games like Mafia or Werewolf, those are also examples of this kind of deception and deduction game. I love the medieval setting. This game is just so much fun. Shout out to another spooky inspired version of this that I don't have but I love is Salem. It takes place in Salem, Massachusetts when they were hanging all those witches. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. The next on my list is Dread. Now, you may remember I mentioned this during my RPGs episode. This RPG is made by Epidaya Ravahal. So this is a role-playing game. However, don't be intimidated. There aren't any dice to roll around. It's all pulling blocks from a Jenga tower. So every time you want to accomplish something, you have to pull a block from the tower. It builds suspense. The more blocks you pull, the more likely the tower is to topple. This is a perfect blend of suspense and horror. It's brilliant, it's genius, and it's incredibly accessible. If people are interested in RPG games but are not interested in launching into a full, super long campaign, Dread only lasts for an hour or two, and terrible things happen when the tower falls. And last and of course not least of all, I've talked about this game before on this show because it's my favorite game ever. Betrayal at House on the Hill by Bruce Glasgow from Avalon Hill Games. I adore this game. This is essentially a role-playing game in a box. Everyone gets a set character with their little stats that tell you how fast they can go, how smart they are. You start in this creepy old house, and every time you go through a new doorway, you draw a tile. So the beautiful thing about this game is you build out the house differently every time you play. So everyone's on the same team at the beginning, and then partway through something called the haunt triggers, and usually one player is turned against the rest. The scenarios for these haunts, the original game comes with 50, and the expansion, which I also have, comes with 51 additional haunts. The haunt trader scenario has 101 different possibilities depending on what you have and where you are in the house. This is the ultimate Halloween game. I always turn on spooky music whenever I play this. I'll link my favorite YouTube soundscape below for it. I can't stop talking about this game because it just makes me so happy. And the box does say 3 to 6 players, but I do have a 2-player modifier. If you're interested, just let me know in the comments down below and I will share with you my 2-player Betrayal at House on the Hill secrets. Secret box, secret box, secret box, secret box. I just want to list off some honorable mentions quick. Fury of Dracula, Time Stories, Vampire Empire, a Nightmare Before Christmas version of Munchkin, and anything in the Cthulhu H.P. Lovecraft universe. And they even make a Pandemic Cthulhu, and it's so good. I hope that this list of board games inspires you to get together with your friends and have some spooky fun. Obviously, this excites me so much. So call up your friends, put on a pot of tea, and turn on the spooky music, because this list will get you real far for some serious fun this Halloween season. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I love making it, duh. So thank you so much for being here. And most importantly of all, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Sunday.
It's tea time with Mary.
Thanks for watching Tea Time with Mary. I hope to see you real soon. If you want to like, subscribe, and comment, I think that would be cool. Check out my Facebook.com/Teatime with Mary for all the content that's new. Or my Instagram, Twitch, and Twitter. I'm at Miss Mary Lou. So thanks again for joining us, and thanks for being a friend. We'll see you next Tuesday. The fun never ends on Tea Time with Mary. That's me.